Welcome, everyone.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Sorry to keep you waiting. We had some tech issues last minute, and you know how tech issues come up at the last minute when you least expect them. Thank you very much for waiting. I appreciate your patience. Thank you so much, Brasheyi. Thank you so much. I can see you. Thank you so much, Munga. Thank you so much, Rhoda. Thank you, everyone, for your patience, for tuning in. Thank you so much. Thank you. Welcome to the masterclass. Thank you, Constance. I can see you. Thank you. This day, thank you, Sister Betty. Thank you so much. I can see you as well. Thank you for coming. I appreciate your presence. I appreciate your patience as well. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you to my family as well. We are here to support mommy. Thank you all so much. It means a lot. Thank you all so much. I apologize for keeping you waiting. We had last minute tech issues that we had to iron out. So welcome to the Fragrance of Kindness Masterclass. And it's such a joy and such a privilege to be here to share with you my passion and follow on from our journey from when we had the launch. Can you believe it was just last year, August, that we had the launch for Memories? And here we are in the masterclass. Right, for everyone who's here, I have 3 questions for you, and we'll just get straight into it. And these are the questions that resonated with me when I started this journey, because it's all right to wake up, go to work, sleep, drink, go shopping. Have you ever wondered if there's anything more to life than all of that? Thank you, Sister Adebimpe. Thank you. I can see you. Thank you for everyone who's joining us now. You're very welcome. As I was saying, now on a scale of 1 to 10, can you tell me how fulfilled you are with life in general? You know, whatever it is you do, wherever the parts of the world you're connecting from, the UK, Zambia, Canada, Nigeria, on a scale of 1 to 10, can you type in the chat? How fulfilled do you think you are with life? We wake up, we go to sleep, we go to work, we eat, drink, go shopping, do other things. On a scale of 1 to 10, type in the chat how fulfilled you think you are. I can see a 10 from Sister Lola Odofi. Thank you so much, sis, namesake. I can see a 525 from Constance. I can see an 8 from Abigail. I can see 7 from Munga. I can see 7 from Naomi. Thank you. Keep the responses coming. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Well, at the time that it started being paid, thank you so much. I can see you, number 8. Thank you so much. Well, I was pretty much at this place myself about 3 years ago. Thank you, Rhoda, for your response. When I thought to myself, is there more to life? 24 hours. Thank you, Sister Betty. Thank you, Vicky. When I thought, is there more to life really than what I'm doing? I've got to work, and I do what I'm supposed to do as a mom, as a wife, and as a sister, as a daughter. But I felt there was more to life that I could contribute, more that would make me feel a bit more fulfilled. Thank you for your responses so far. Thank you. Because you're coming with me on this journey. Thank you, Wendy. You're coming with me on this journey to discover purpose and to discover fulfillment. And the next question I have for us is, are we prepared to embark on this journey to find out how fulfilled we are? Can you say clearly that you're clear about your purpose in life? So if you know what your purpose in life is, can you write it in the chat? Can you just use like 3 to 5 words to describe what you feel your purpose in life is? For me, I feel that my purpose in life entails being a mom, being a daughter, and being a healthcare professional, because that just about rounds up what I am and what I do day to day. So if you can type in the chat what you feel or how you see yourself, how you see your purpose in life in about 3 to 5 words, that will help. In 3 to 5 words, can you say clearly what your purpose in life is? For me, it's being a mom, being a wife, and being a healthcare professional, because that's more or less what I see myself doing 24 hours of the day, 7 days of the week. And that takes up a lot of my time. So I can see Abigail to meeting groups, spread peace, and provide comfort. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I can resonate with you. I can see, Sister Betsy, my purpose in life is to give hope to others and be a mentor. That's lovely. Lovely. Yeah, yeah. Any more responses? Naomi, bringing joy to those around me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you for that. Constance, so far being a mom, helping people heal inner wounds. Yes, I resonate with that. And I remember the conversation we had when we were in Lusaka, Constance. Yeah, thank you for that. So we all have an idea to cheer people. Vicky says to cheer people up and help them appreciate their worth. Yep, I agree with you. Yeah, yeah. So we pretty much have an idea of what our purpose is, and we can put it into words. Thank you for everyone who's contributed. Uh, it changes
Yeah.
at different phases of my life. Yes, yes. Thank you for that, Rhoda. That resonates with me as well, because you might be going through a certain time and period in your life, and you feel this is what you have to offer, and this is what your strengths are. This is how you feel you can meet people at their needs. Yeah, it can change. It's not always on a straight plateau. Yeah, yeah. Thanks so much for your. Thank you so much for your contributions. So that's where I was around 3 years ago. I knew what my purpose was as a mom and a daughter and a health professional, but I still felt unfulfilled. I still felt there was a little bit more that I could stretch myself to do. So, if now, for those who thank you for all your responses, for those who have put it into words, I want to invite you now to come on this journey with me to discover exactly, succinctly, what that purpose is at this point in your life and how you can take it to the next step. So if you're ready to come with me on this journey, I just want to bring everyone on board. Could you tap in the chat? Yes. Why for yes, please? If you're prepared to come with me on this journey to discover and pursue your purpose and to fulfill the essence of your living, to thank you so much for your responses, to on this journey to find out, just like I did, what else there is to life apart from eat, sleep, drink, wake up, go to bed, go to work, go shopping. There has to be more to life. I mean, there has to be something that we leave behind after we're gone, because we're only on this earth for certain amounts of days, certain amounts of weeks, certain amounts of years. Thank you for your responses. Is there anything else you want to leave behind? Anything, a legacy that you want people to remind you on, to remind you by? That is what this masterclass is about. And this masterclass is also about how I discovered my purpose. Apart from my full-time job that takes up a whole lot of my time, what I do as memories that gives me so much joy and brings me so much fulfillment is what I want to share with you, because I recognize that everyone has a purpose and we have a reason for why we're here on earth. And we all, as you've stated clearly about your purpose in life, we want to give something. We want to give joy. We want to give comfort. We want to contribute to other people's lives. We want to comfort them. There's something in us that we want to give to people. So I want to use this masterclass to welcome you on board as co-soldiers, co-fulfillment partners, co-memories partners, co-legacy partners. So we come on this journey together to find out and to discover what our purpose is, how we can fulfill this purpose, how we can develop and deploy this purpose, and how we can, from now on, start to live a more fulfilled life apart from our eating, drinking, sleeping, and secular lives and things that we do with our spare time and in our professional lives. So, welcome everybody on board, and thank you so much for your responses. One of the foundation things that guides me and that drives me is this scripture from the Bible, and I'm sure you'll agree with me, that says that our lives are a Christ like fragrance rising up to God. And this fragrance is perceived differently by different people, by those who were saved and by those who were not saved. Our lives are a Christ like fragrance. And everywhere we go, whether we're believers or not, we emit a fragrance. We emit something about us that attracts people to us and that also repels people. But we want to focus on what attracts people to us because as believers, God uses us to spread the knowledge of Christ wherever we go as a sweet perfume. And even if you're not a believer, God still uses you to spread your unique fragrance, your unique perfume wherever you go. It's like when you go into a room and you smell something and that fragrance is appealing to you, you use your nose to locate where that fragrance is coming from and you're drawn towards it. That is exactly what we're like as human beings. We have a peculiar and unique fragrance that we emit everywhere we go, that we use to impact everyone we meet with every interaction. And that is our signature fragrance. That is how people recognize us and then can identify us in a crowd. Now, it is up to us to know what our fragrance is. For me, I know as a flower, my fragrance is the purple hyacinth. I like the hyacinth because it only blooms very rarely. It's very special. It's not common, as I like to say myself. And you only have to have one bloom in the room, and the whole fragrance will fill the room. And that's how I like to see myself. I like to see myself as quiet, but having impact. So I resonate with the hyacinth. And I like the color purple because it's a lot of people associate it with royalty. And I know I'm a royal priesthood, a chosen generation. I know there's something special about me, something unique about me. So when I combine those two properties, purple and the flower hyacinth, I see myself as special in every situation, in every circumstance, and in every interaction that I find myself. And I find that I can emit a fragrance that's peculiar and special to me. Now, what is your fragrance? It's probably not kindness. It's how can you associated with a flower, with a rose, with a lily, with a geranium. Associate something, your fragrance, your unique essence, with something that you can visualize as spreading wherever you go. Like the perfume you wear every day. We're known for our perfumes. So, like the perfume you wear every day. So, see your unique quality as a perfume you carry with you into every situation. And in that situation where you find yourself, you will find that there's a need for the perfume and for the fragrance and for the gift and the strength and the and the quality that you carry. And that is how everywhere you go, you disperse that unique thing about you, that special thing about you. And that is what I find I do in my journey and particularly where I work. And it's very, very peculiar because it didn't start with me knowing exactly what it was all about or what it is today. It started many, many, many years ago. And I want to tell you my story, if you allow me, just for a few minutes. Years ago, when I was in university, I found out I had a knack for sending people presents. In university, I was on a budget, and with a budget, you have to be very careful with money. So on people's birthdays, I will write a Bible verse and I'll draw a picture and I'll send it to them and I give it to them as a gift. And I realized people really loved it. Afterwards, they'll pin it up on their walls, and I became known for that. So when people are celebrating their birthdays, they'll say to me, "Oh, Lola, I hope you send me a picture." And I said, yeah, fine, fine, fine. And that was when I was in university. And after university, life kicked in and I got busy. And the years just went by. And if you can still, if I still have your attention and you can still hear me, please type yes for the chat, because all I can see is a screen, and I'd like to know that I'm carrying you along. Yeah. So life continued, and 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, I got married, I had children. Yes, I can see your responses. Thank you. That's very reassuring. I had children. And then I came up, I met Pastor David in church, and he's running this program. And it was at that point in my life where I felt, thank you for your responses, when I felt there's something that needs to make me feel more fulfilled apart from eat, sleep, drink, and my routine and secular life. So I went on this program, Discovering Your Purpose. And at the end of the program, I wrote out a manifesto, which is still guiding my life today. To cut a long story short, I realized that what I used to do in university is actually what I love doing and what I need to bring back into my life. So I got busy. I went into B&Q. I bought the hyacinth flower, purple, to be exact. And after discussions with Pastor Dave, I realized that me coming back from work and handwriting these gifts to people will take too much time, and having it on paper, it will people will miss it after a while. So thank you for saying that, bringing joy to those around you. Thank you for that. I've seen that. So I realized I have to make my token from not just, I have to make it visible and tangible so that people wear it around and it's unique to them. And that was how the idea of a lapel pin came about. So you can see the purple hyacinth flowers, and I had to approach a company totally out of the blue. I found them on YouTube who manufacture a lapel pin for me. So what I did was I uploaded a picture of my lapel pin that a graphic designer, my Destiny Helper graphic designer, had developed for me. And I sent it to this company, and they produced a lapel pin for me. The day those pins arrived was a momentous day for me, because I now have my concept lifted out of paper, and it is now visible in my hands, and I started sharing it. And then another lady who has been so instrumental to the progress of the brand memories is Jessica May. She said, Sister Ola, you really, really have to go online and launch this as a brand. And that was how on my 55th birthday last, I think 2 years ago now, it was launched as a brand, as a landmark. And that was how memories came to life. And so from the webs, then I have a website, and then from the website I had started producing blogs and videos. And then for the blogs and videos, we go on to the book, Unveil Your Inner Flower Book, your Inner Flower Book. And from the book, we have the Community of Kindness, and it just progressed. You can see the progression from the idea I had in university, lifting out of paper, to something I can touch, a metal that I can touch in a lapel pin, and then moving on to an online presence with the blogs and the videos and the podcast to come. And now I have a book that people can purchase on Kindle. So that is my story. And that is what I want to help people on this platform to discover. As I have discovered my purpose, my story, I want people on this platform to discover their purpose and their story. I am like you are like me. And this all happened within a space of 2 years. It's amazing the momentum it has gathered. So I am convinced, Munga, Constance, Vicky, everybody else on this platform, I am convinced there is something in you, because we all have a pertinent fragrance, a gift that is peculiar and special and unique to us. There is something in us that the world is waiting to see. And just like I have developed I never knew, I never envisaged that what I used to do in university and give away as presents to people, just like that, will be what I am doing today, the 29th of June, 2026, as a masterclass. I never envisaged it, but in the right with the right group of people, destiny helpers, in the right moment, in the right environment, we I am where I am today. And that is why I am so passionate about bringing other people along with me. Rhoda Grillo, Sister Naomi Muvula, everybody else on this Zoom call, and so many other people who will listen to this recording, other people who are on other continents of the world, America, Asia, Australia, uh, Africa and Europe, who are convinced that they have something in them that the world needs to know. I want us to come together and give birth to this unique gift that is in them. Just like I have found mine and I have given birth to mine, and I am running with mine alongside my mainline job. I have not given up my job. I want people to find out what their uniqueness is. It is so easy. It just means that you have to be intentional. Ask yourself these questions: what, where, why, and how, and where is the help I need. The what is in you, the where is your location, the how is how you need to do it, and the help you need is on this platform. I am prepared to work with you, hold your hand, and to mark time with you to find out and put it to conceptualize what you know your uniqueness is, your unique fragrance, make it visible, and then make it tangible from what it used to be, what it is in your heart. Bring it out and let people see. Make it visible, make it tangible, make it audible. Go on TV, go on radio, go on a podcast. Be intentional about it and spread it to the seven continents of this world. Someone out there needs to hear about you. Your uniqueness is the answer to someone's problem and the solution to someone's question, or rather, the answer to someone's question and a solution to someone's problem. And that is what this masterclass is. As a fragrance, we all have a uniqueness that we emit and that we carry around with us everywhere we go. So far, does anyone have any questions? Because I've been rambling on now about my passion, and all I can see is a screen and so many names. Is there anyone who has a question that they want to ask me? Because we're kind of like halfway through now, and I don't want to take up too much time, but I really want to emphasize. If you give me the whole day, I can speak for the whole day. But does anyone have any questions at this junction right now? Any questions? Not for now? Okay. Thank you. I can see you there, Sister Betsy, Sister Debimpe. Thank you so much. Thank you to hear from you. Thank you to hear from you so far. Thank you, Wendy. Okay, so I'll continue. Finding your voice and your purpose. You know, like I asked at the beginning of this session, if you're clear about your voice and your purpose. Some people are very clear, 10 out of 10. Some people are kind of clear, 8 out of 10. Oh, there's a question. Okay. And if you have a question, can you unmute yourself and ask the question? Would love to hear from you. Who's got a question? Feel free to unmute yourself and ask the question. What is the first step in finding your purpose? Fabulous. The first step in finding your purpose is asking yourself that thing that you love doing. I'm going to take an excerpt from my book here because I think I answered that question in my book. Lovely. It says, take a moment to reflect. What situations make you feel most alive and at ease? What do people often come to you for? What do people observe about you and they say is unique about you and that you do effortlessly? It comes so easily to you. Are there recurring themes in your experience that you feel are too consistent to be coincidences? Chances are you're already doing it. Yeah, but you just haven't pinpointed it or nailed it down. Like me, when I was in university, I was already doing it. I was giving these tokens out to people free of charge. I didn't mind it at all. I didn't mind spending time when I was tired after lectures, late in the night, drawing up these pictures and putting a Bible verse to suit that person and giving it to them. I didn't mind at all. Same as now. And I stopped doing it for about 10, 20, 30 years. I got married, I had children until I felt very dissatisfied and I started asking myself the questions about being fulfilled and being intentional about fulfilling my purpose. And I went back to that thing I used to do in university. And I realized that I can build on that. And building on that, as I've told you my story, I went on to buying the flowers. I met a graphic designer. I met a publicist and I met a marketing manager. And before you know it, we are here today. Believe me, I am not somebody who likes to come on and talk, 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 talk. But if you ask me about memories, I can talk, 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 because it is my passion and it is me talking about what I love. And I've seen myself now. I'm on social media. I'm in my 50s, and I'm with the ring light and the stand, and I'm trying and I'm recording things. I never thought I'll be doing this, but because it entails my passion, oh, you're not holding me back. Because it entails and has to do with something I love doing, it just comes out naturally. So to answer your question, chances are you're already doing it. You just have to zone in and ask yourself intentionally, what is it that people see unique about me? And the answer is there already. And all you have to do is just be like me, develop it, build on it. And you're in a company of people on this platform, you're in a company of people who are passionate about discovering their purpose and fulfilling their assignment, fulfilling the reason and the essence of their being. Apart from going to work and going shopping and doing all the other things, there's more to life than all of that. So you're on this platform, you're in a good place. And I encourage you to hang in there. You're in good company, and we're here to help you. And I am being helped as well, and I'm being encouraged, just as you are being encouraged in finding out what your purpose is. I hope that answers your question. Yeah, cool. Okay, thanks, Constance. Thanks for everyone. Okay, and I'll carry on. So finding your unique voice. So there's that particular signature of yours. Are there any other questions before I carry on? Anyone wants to? Yes, thank you, Rhoda Grillo. Thank you. Anyone wants to ask any other further questions? None at the moment? Okay, I'll carry on. So, your unique voice is something that someone out there at the very end of the earth wants to hear. You wouldn't know until you try, and you wouldn't get the feedback until you take the first step. There's someone in Antarctica, someone in Australia who feels so close to you, very affiliated with you, although they've never met you, but your story is similar to theirs, and your story encourages them. Your life experiences is just the kick and the boost that they need to be encouraged, to find their voice, to find their purpose, and to find what it is that brings them fulfillment in in what they do every day, apart from their full-time secular jobs. So everyone here, I thank you and I really appreciate your presence. You're in a good place for us to encourage one another with our experiences, for us to share our experiences, for us to build on what where we are, because we're at different levels of finding out what our purpose is, finding out what our essence is. But we're in a good place to encourage one another and to build on what we know, and also to suggest to one another how we can be better at what we do, and how we can tap into each other's gifts as well, each other's abilities as well, and encourage one another, because you're not alone. And I never thought I'll be doing this at this time at all, until I took the first step in overcoming what I thought were things stopping me from doing it. And one of the things I've I've learned and I've observed about people when I do this is taking the first step, taking the first step, and not being afraid to break ranks, not being afraid to take the first move. One of the things I realized is that held me back when I graduated, or when I moved on from what I used to do while I was in university to what I'm doing now, approaching people in public, smiling at them, making the first move, was a fear of rejection, fear of overstepping boundaries, fear of being told to mind my business. And I found out that the fear will always be there. We just have to have courage and take the first step. And you'll be surprised how a smile and how that first step is such a significant step. when I first started doing this, it was all about, I remember actually a very good example is when I was on the bus one day and I noticed this lady on the bus. We were driving towards the hospital and she was crying. And the bus was empty. It was just me and her. She was in front and I was at the back. And I thought, should I go and touch her? Should I go and ask her what the matter is? But I was afraid of intruding and I was afraid of, upsetting her even further. But I sat there and I thought, oh, wow, I wish there was something I could do. And as we drove up to the bus stop in the hospital, she got off the bus. And as she walked away, she looked back and she waved at me. And that held my heart because I realized that she knew I was watching her and she was probably waiting for me to come and say something to her. And I wish I'd done that. And that from that moment on, I realized that I will always be afraid, but I have to have the courage to make the first move. And that was that was one of the reasons after we launched the book in Zambia last year, I was encouraged to create this community of kindness on WhatsApp group. And after the launching of the book, it was amazing how many like-minded people came around to say that they feel the same, they resonated with the message, and they want to join a community of kindness. And it's all about everyday acts of kindness and overcoming barriers. It's a very, very common theme. One of the first things, or one of the most frequent questions people ask me is, how do you overcome this? But how do you overcome being afraid? How do you get over these barriers? And believe it or not, I'm a shy person. I'm a very, very reticent and reserved person. But when it comes to bringing out what is on the inside of me, what I believe is inside of me that I'm convinced is the reason why I'm in this situation and for this moment, there's no shyness about it. The fear and the shyness just dissipates, and I reach out and I make that first move. And from the lesson I learned from the lady on the board, on the bus, when I make that first move, it is so gratifying, the response that I get, and that encourages me. So the next person, the next instance, the next opportunity I get, so long as I'm sure this is what I've got to do, this is what I've got to do, I don't hesitate. I just go on and make the first move. I smile, even though someone they don't smile back sometimes, but most of the time they smile back at the most unusual places, at the bus stop, at the traffic lights, when we're waiting to cross the road, and more important, more uniquely about the color of my hair. It is such an icebreaker. I open the door to somebody or I go around the corner, it's like, oh, I love your hair. And it must have taken that person something to overcome their fear of rejection, to come up to me to say, I like your hair. The same way I am feeling the fear of rejection, or I am a bit reticent about going up to them to say, hello, how are you? How's everything? I like your necklace. I like your shoes. I like this thing about you. It is a common thing with everybody, and it is what makes us unique. So, what will take you to overcome your fear is probably what will endear that person to you, and what has taken that person to overcome their fear. Thank you. What has taken that person? Thank you, Constance. I know, I know. We chatted about my hair when we were in Lusaka. What has taken that person the for them to overcome their fear to come and compliment me about my hair, yellow, blue, or purple? It is what endears me to them because I'm thinking it's real courage for her to come and chat to me about my hair, and it is real courage for me to go over and chat to them about what I find unique and lovely about them. So here is the QR code on the screen. You're welcome to join the community of kindness. It's a platform where we share our blogs every week and experiences where I've had not just not just the experiences that I have at work or when I'm driving or when I'm shopping, but instances where I have captured the moment and I keep it to myself. I just come onto the blog and I share with people. And people also start them being paid. You're on this platform. Thank you so much. You always share blogs and excerpts from Facebook about kindness because kindness resonates with virtually everybody on earth. And I'm so grateful for you, Stadebinka, because you're so always sharing things about kindness that you bring over from Facebook. And that is what this community of kindness is all about. It encourages me and it makes me so happy, and it gives me a very, very good boost that I am doing what I love doing. I'm inspiring people and people share with me. And that is why I want to nail in and zone in to everybody on this platform here who is listening to me. We're coming to the end of this event now, and I just want to give you this clarion call. There is something unique about you. It might not be kindness, it could be anything, but it is already in you. And the world is gasping. The world is hungry and we want to see it. So, what's it going to take to bring it out, for you to launch it, for you to discover it, develop it, and deploy it so that that person on the other end of the world gets to be the benefit recipient of your unique gift, of your unique fragrance? How can you inspire others with what is special and unique about it? What is freely, what you will do freely, what you will do at the tap of at a drop of a hat, at the tap of an instance? What makes you tick? What you will do to without being paid to do, that gives you so much joy and fulfillment, that that person in Australia, in South America, Australia, Antarctica, Europe, Africa, at the other end of the world, that they will see online, they will get to read and hear about, and will encourage them, and it is attributed to you. And you, at the end of it, time flies so quickly. 5, 10, 15, 20 years, you realize I've been doing this, and it is what you're known for, it's your legacy, and it is what you live for. It is what you leave behind when you go. It is your purpose in life, it is your fulfillment and the essence of your living. And that's what this event is all about. Me bringing to you how I have discovered what gives me so much joy and pleasure to do, even when I'm tired, when I come back from work and I'm so knackered, but I realize I've got to do it, and I start doing it, and I realize, oh my gosh, 1 hour, 2 hours has gone. I've got to stop now because I've got to go to sleep. There's work the following day or in a few hours. What is it about you that you will do freely? You don't mind doing freely. You don't mind doing it when you're tired. You will do it at the drop of the hat. And it is what brings you so much joy that you're convinced that somebody at the other end of the world wants to know and hear about the solution to someone's problem, the answer to someone's question, which in the essence is the fragrance of your kindness that lingers long after you're gone. It's your smile, it's your peculiarness, it's your uniqueness. It is that special something about you. Come on this platform and let us encourage one another. Let us develop together. Let us deploy together, and let us go to the ends of the world together with what has been freely given us. Join the community of kindness with the QR code. Come on the next session of the masterclass, which will be announced on the community of kindness WhatsApp group, and also via the website. I can't wait to continue to I can't wait to continue this journey with like-minded people like yourselves who are committed to changing the world with one act of kindness at a time, with their unique fragrance at a time, with their uniqueness at the time, and being the solution and the answer to someone's dilemma at the end of the world, one person at a time. God bless you. And I am so happy to answer any questions that you have. I'm finished my presentation now. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. I know it's Monday afternoon, Monday evening. You're on your way to work, on your way home. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to share my passion with you. And I am so gratified. Thank you so much. It's such a pleasure. Thank you. And I can't wait to have you on board and have you and let us develop and have you let us develop together and fulfill purpose and find fulfillment together. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your attention. Thank you for your time. And please ask me questions. I'm here to ask questions, to answer your questions. Anything you want to know, anyway, anyhow that I can be of service. Thank you so much, Betty. Thank you, Rhoda. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. So, any questions? Any questions? Any questions? I want to answer questions. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Does anyone have any questions? Yes, Munga. Yes. Yes.
Hi, Thank you for this session. Honestly, I just feel seen um, because what you're talking about, I've been doing on my own without
Fabulous.
actually it being structured. Let me just put my so that people can see my face. I think it's better when people can see put a face to a name.
Yeah, it helps.
Um,
Yeah.
so I've got a 17-year-old special needs daughter.
Okay.
Um, but even before that, I am that person that when I was young that would take somebody in my house and keep you for 2 3 months until you raise your money for your deposit and then you move out. A lot of people used to say, oh, you take so many risks. Of course, sometimes I got hurt a bit, but what I did for the people never really changed who I was. So I think as my journey went on, as I've grown older, I'm 50, I turned 50 last year. All I have
Congratulations.
done is just ask for wisdom from God
Yeah.
so that I know there's nothing like helping the wrong person, but even if I do help the wrong person, but the impact that stays on, if you decide to take advantage of me, but at least you know that at the end of the day, there is that impact that I leave. So I think about 10 years ago, I made a decision that I would do a random act of kindness
Oh,
whenever I stepped out of the house. And what
fabulous.
has happened is that those acts of kindness, they come to me. And when that opportunity comes, I know I'm not conscious all the time, but I react to it. But it's not only later on then I react that I realize this is what happens. Like for instance, we're cashless at the moment.
Okay.
At some point, my son had given me like £100, and he said, "Oh, can you deposit money in my bank?" And he gave me the cash.
Yeah.
So I kept on using some of that cash, and sometimes I don't actually. I didn't finish. I think there was a £10 that remained every time I went on, and this has happened several times.
Yeah.
Uh, you put it in one jacket, you leave that jacket tomorrow.
Yeah.
So the day that I had it on, I found somebody who was dressed clean. Not that they were drunkards or anything like that. He just said, I just lost my backpack and my phone. And I think the person who took it knew what they were doing. But
Okay.
I need to catch my train. But when I get to the other side of the train, I need to pay £10 to get home on a
Yeah.
taxi.
Yeah.
So that's what, and I would definitely, I never ask questions. I just dip into my phone and I give it. Sometimes I walk into the shops, and again, I'm not talking about people that are beggars or anything like that. But for beggars, again, there's a different way that I deal with them.
Yeah.
You're walking in, you find somebody in the fridge or in the food section, they'll get something, they'll put it back. They
Yeah.
get something, they put it back. Or
Yeah.
they'll get to the till and then they didn't realize they didn't have enough money. And
Yeah.
it always so happens that I'm the person right next
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
that person.
Yeah.
And there are times when I've acted kindly and other people close have stepped in, even when they had left that person struggling. But the
Yeah.
minute I stepped in,
Yeah.
you find if it needs something physical, a guy will step in. Don't worry, I'll do it. I'll
Yeah.
do that. How much is it? Don't pay full of it. I'll put a £5. You also put a £5.
Yeah.
So I just thought because I couldn't because my daughter needs 24-hour care. But I work and I've got two other children as well. But I
Wow.
just felt like there's, I couldn't really go to a community where I could commit because of her,
Oh, fab.
if that
Yeah.
makes sense. So, like in I live in London, and sometimes you find that you hear, oh, there's a funeral, and somebody say, oh no, it's a Zambian, oh no, it's a Zimbabwean. I'll
Yeah.
just go into my kitchen that day. I'll get maybe beans, just tinned beans, cook it the Zambian way.
Mm-hmm.
Take frozen spinach, add peanut butter, just like the, the way we do it. I make like the akamu, but we have
Yeah.
we use maize meal. I'll make like the drink of
Yeah.
it. We call it chiwanto from the tribe that I come from.
Yeah.
I'll use samp, is like maize meal. You mix it with groundnut. Just try to say, you know what, since you've got in the UK, the funerals are people just knocking at any time.
Yeah.
And if you
Yeah.
are hosting a funeral, it can be overwhelming. I'll
Yeah.
just maybe get chicken wings or something like that and drop them. And that person will always say, you know what, you don't even know what you did.
Yeah.
All I have to do was to make the swallow,
Yeah.
because all the all the okra and all the spinach, that is what we just ate.
Yeah.
It reminded us of home. And it's random. It's not even that you plan it. You're
Honestly.
just like,
Yeah.
how do I go to this funeral empty-handed?
Exactly.
Let
Yeah.
me just, yeah. So I will talk. I don't want to take too much of your time, but I
Okay.
hope
Oh,
the
honestly.
little bit that I've said
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I just feel like when you're talking, I just felt like, oh, I didn't even realize that this is what it was going to be, but I feel seen, and I'm
Fabulous.
happy that there's something structured
Yeah.
that happens, because I just do it randomly. And the
Yeah.
other day, my daughter was, because people, even random people will meet me on the street and tell me their life history or their
Yeah.
problems.
Yeah.
And my
Yeah.
daughter was saying, Mom, how do you do it? So the other way that I asked Lord is, let me not take too much of what I can, because sometimes it can also be heavy to carry.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I use the wisdom to say, let me find you help,
Yes.
or to make the person not rely so much on me,
Yeah.
even if I'm helping, so yeah. So in a nutshell, that's it. I could write a book. I could talk the whole
Oh, yes. There you see. Yeah.
about it.
Yeah. Working the spirits. Yeah. 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 Definitely. So yeah, yeah. Like you said, there was a lady I was in the supermarket. I was about to go in and she said, "Can you spare 50p?" And I thought, no, 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 no. I went in and I thought, actually, 50p. What's she gonna do with 50p? So I went back to ask her that, what do you want with 50p? What can you buy with 50p? She said, well, I want to buy lunch. I thought, oh, okay. All right, come in then and show me what you want for lunch. She was up like a shot.
Mm.
As she came into the supermarket, she knew exactly where to go. I mean, think of all the people who have walked past her and who have given her 50p because she asked for 50p. Because that's
Yeah,
what she asked for. Or people who have
yeah.
walked past her who have said, no, I haven't got 50p. But when I started coming, she knew what she wanted. She got lunch, she got a drink, and she got pudding.
Bless
And
her.
went to the checkout. And I paid, and we paid for it. I paid for it. She went, thank you. Bye. I hope you win the lottery. I mean,
It's so fulfilling, because I was telling my
it's
daughter that,
so fulfilling.
why do you
Yeah,
give so much? I said, no, I know to you it looks like I'm giving, but they're actually giving back.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. And the other day, next time I saw her, she didn't recognize it because I changed my hair. I
yeah.
thought
Um,
I know her,
yeah.
but she was still the same act, still the same. Can I have 50p, please? And still the same thing. The same thing. She didn't recognize me. I did the same thing the second time. And it was yeah, yeah, yeah. So you're welcome, Munga. You're in a
Thank
good
you.
place. Good to
Thank you.
have you on board. Kindred spirits. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that. Thank you. Thank you. Is there anyone else who has any questions? I know we have just a couple of minutes more to the end of the session. Any more questions? Because I don't want to hold people, and also because I want to see everyone at our next meeting, definitely. So we want to run to time, definitely, because I know we're all busy. Are there any more questions? Any more questions? Mm, no more questions. Lovely. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for everyone. Thank you so much to everyone for your time, for your patience. Apologize again for the late start. We had tech issues, but it's all been taken care of now. And I look forward to meeting with everybody again in about a month's time. Hopefully, this will be a monthly program where we come together to encourage one another and to share our experiences as well. So look out on the platform Community of Kindness and also on the website memories.online. The book is there and the tokens are there as well that can help you to in your interactions. I find that that a token sometimes is a very good icebreaker for certain situations where you're not really sure how to go about it, and also leaving something behind for them to remember you by. I can tell you so many stories about the lapel pin. I can tell you so many stories about the sticker. It's all on the website. And thank you so much to everyone once again for your support. This is really, thank you so much, Vicky. Thank you so much for your for your support and your comments. And yeah, I look forward to seeing everyone next year. Sorry, next month, not next year, next month. And please come on the Committee of Kindness website, WhatsApp group, engage, and let's continue to encourage one another. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you around about the same time next month. Thank you so much. God bless.
Thank
Have
you.
a good
Thank
evening.
you.
Thank
Okay.
you. Bye.
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 Thank you, Sister Lola. Well done.
God
So
bless.
much. Thank you. Thank you. See you next month. By
Bye.
God's
See you
grace.
next month.
See you next month. Bye. Bye. Thank you. Thank you, Constance. Thank you.